Welcome to the Mostly Pod Out at Night. Mostly, I am Salem, joined by my co-host Graveyard.
Hello.
This is episode 197. That's 197 of our weekly All Things Horror podcast. This week we're celebrating Juneteenth again with another episode celebrating some classic Blaxplotation films from the golden era of the 70s. We start with a pair from 1973. One is the sequel to the classic Blacula.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Yeah,
and the other is so bad that it's actually pretty good. And then we jump to 1976 with some transracial violence in Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde. Sometimes known as Dr. Black and Mr. White, but officially Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde.
I have an issue with both titles after watching the movie.
Yeah, but that's what we got. So I guess we will start with Scream. Blacula Scream came out in June of 1973. So this is, I guess, loosely a sequel to Blacula. I mean, it really doesn't have anything to do with the first one.
Except like a flashback of how he got his name.
Right, that's it. So we start off, there's a voodoo cult who has like a queen leader that dies.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently they have to democratically vote for a new leader. And so it was like between the queen lady's adopted daughter or her actual son. But like nobody likes the actual son. And the actual son is like, oh, well, I'm the son, so I'm just going to get it. And they're like, no, she didn't name a successor. We have to vote. So like you have to get voted in by the rest of us. And he's like, oh, whatever. I don't want to do that. So he leaves and goes to hook up with like the old leader who got kicked out before.
Mm-hmm.
And he somehow has Blacula's bones.
Because we know when vampires die, their bones stay.
Right. So he does like this goofy ritual with the bones and like pours blood on them and shit. And they're like obviously not human bones, but he pours blood all over the bones. Blacula comes back. Blacula immediately bites this guy and makes him his like, servant vampire. At this point, it just kind of gets to like Blacula kind of going out and connecting with the community. So he like uses the one guy that he just like made a vampire, and he like they go to this party together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like meeting all these people in this party. And of course, the people at the party are like masters of the specific region of Africa that he's originally from. So there's all these like artifacts and stuff that he's like, oh, this is really interesting. This is from where I'm at, from my time period. Like, oh, you're not that old. Like, ha ha ha, no.
I'm older than I
look. Yeah, blah blah, whatever. So he's there, kind of doing that. He meets the adopted daughter lady who is kind of like the probably going to be the leader of the voodoo cult, but the voodoo cult kind of like leaves the story.
Yeah.
After like it literally, we get that intro to why he came back, and then it's just kind of that we're done with that now. It doesn't come back until the very end. So he meets up with her. He insinuates that she reminds him of like his old bride, right? But not in the way that it did in the first one. In the first one, it was like literally like her reincarnation.
Right.
In this one, it's just like, oh, you remind me of her. So he like likes her, right? But not like obsession, like the way that he was in the first one, to where like it looks exactly like his wife. No, he just likes her. That's all. And of course, like some lady cuts her hand at the party, and he's like, oh, he gets all flustered. He's like, I gotta go. So he leaves and then sneaks back in a window and kills her because of the blood. He kills a couple other people throughout the house. I think that happens over a couple of days, where he like attacks a few people that were from that party, and then makes kind of like his little like mini army of vampires that all live with him. And the first dude that he made a vampire's house, who's like, it's a mansion. So I'm trying to think of it, but nothing else really happens.
Other than slight vampire stuff, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like, I mean, again, like he attacks multiple people. He makes multiple people vampires. Of course, the police are like investigating all these like drained blood murder victims. And they're like, oh, what's going on? And then, of course, like the bodies disappear because they're like, becoming vampires, blah, blah. So like the police are investigating it. The voodoo lady is also suspicious of Blacula, because she gets kind of like clued in with her voodoo powers that he's like maybe a vampire, maybe what's going on. So there's like a big like raid. Well, actually, not yet. Sorry, not yet. So Blacula goes to the voodoo lady and is like, I have this demon inside of me that I'm a vampire. She's like, oh, I knew it, but now it's, and he's like, I think with your voodoo powers, you can take the demon out of me and I can just be a normal person.
Yeah, essentially, the trope of, satisfying the thirst, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, you like exercise the evil demon in me, and then I can go back to being a regular person. I don't have to be a vampire anymore. So they're doing the ritual thing, and as they're doing the ritual thing, the police finally track down all the vampires to the mansion. Of course, they're having this ritual in the basement of the mansion. So we get a lot of scenes of like police wandering around the inside of the mansion and getting slowly like attacked by the vampires and like killing off the vampires kind of one by one. Some of the police die, but more of the vampires die. And they eventually get to the point where they break into the ritual that's happening in the basement right when Blacula was like about to get like exorcised.
Maybe.
Well, exactly. Well, he thinks so.
Right.
So he leaves. He takes the lady with him, and she takes this like voodoo doll of him that she was using to like try to exorcise stuff. So they're like, trying to escape. The police are chasing them, blah, blah, vampire things happening. And eventually, he kind of turns on her because he's getting so angry because he was so close. And she's like not working with him to like do everything in her power to like cure him.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets upset. And then she has to use the voodoo doll to kill him.
Yes. I mean, I gotta say, this is probably the first time I've ever seen voodoo kill a vampire before.
Right. So then she kills him with the voodoo doll, and then that's like it.
And that's the last Blacula movie we get.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe.
But again, like I said, there's the weird voodoo in the beginning, and then there's a whole lot of not voodoo, and then voodoo comes in at the end.
Yep.
But like the whole like, oh, you need to be democratically elected into our voodoo cult, like that whole voodoo cult is gone. It's never mentioned again. It seems like it's going to be a major plot point, and it's not.
Correct. Other than that's how I think the whole purpose of that was the plot point for him coming back and for him to die.
Correct.
That's it.
Yeah, they were like sitting there, like sitting around a table, going, "How can we bring Blacula back?" And they're like, "Fucking voodoo."
Sure, why not?
And there we go. How are we going to kill him? Fucking voodoo.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. Man, I had never seen this one. Did you watch this one too before?
No, this one I had not seen. Regular Blacula I had seen. This one I did not see. Well, I always heard it was like terrible. I mean, there's literally like it's won like the Golden Turkey Award for being like the worst Blaxplotation movie ever made. I think that's going a little too far. I don't think it's that bad, but it did technically win that award.
Wow. I mean, I would argue that Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde was worse.
I'm not. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm just saying, like, but this one did. I think this is kind of like maybe the highest profile bad one. Like, I guess a lot of people had exposure to this one, and it's not great. So I don't know, but I know it won the whatever the Golden Turkey Award is. I don't know. I'm not a big Golden Turkey guy, but it won the Golden Turkey for worst Blaxploitation. Again, I don't think that's true. I've seen some really bad ones. So. Again, we're going to be talking about even worse ones in this very episode. So,
and Pam Grier was in this.
Yeah, this not her first movie. It was close though.
Yeah,
It was her first like major starring role for sure, but she was in a couple other movies. She was actually in Valley of the Dolls before this. But this was like her first major, like, Blaxploitation starring.
Yeah. I said it was interesting. It was only like a year after the first one, right? Yeah, so pretty quick succession for those two.
Yes.
I guess they couldn't figure out how to bring him back for a third one. I don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure the numbers said don't do that. Yeah. So, high points. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
The music is great.
Blaxploitation movies are usually on point with the music. It's like it's very rare for them not to be.
Yeah. Our main man himself, as Blacula, he is out acting everyone.
He's fantastic, and it's the same dude. It's the same actor that comes back.
Yeah, like he is out acting everyone. Like they're like, we'll get to the other part here, but like I said, I'm like 70s vampires voodoos. You don't think it would work, but I think it does. I think it's an interesting thing. Like I guess there's been, I can't remember other movies, vampire movies off the top of my head that talk about like killing the demon inside of them. That's like a demon that's causing the thirst. It's kind of the idea of it, but it's using voodoo to bring vampires back to life. Like I said, never seen that before that I can recall.
Not that I know.
Like I said, it's interesting. It's a curse, and it's just a different way to kind of separate it out from other vampire movies, and I think it did a great job of that. That's about it though for my highlights.
Again, talking about Pam Grier was great. Blackie himself, William Marshall coming back, it's great. This is classic Blaxploitation. I think it's more classic than the first one in like the dialogue. The dialogue in the first one, it had some bangers in there, but this one has like in the beginning when the dude's like I'm taking over, and they're like, no, you're not. You got to be voted in. And he's like, man, fuck this jive ass bitch.
Yeah,
like that's just classic, great Blaxploitation lines. Is amazing, but there's a lot of those throughout the movie. I think they kind of dig a little bit more into the culture in this one, and I think it's great. It's fun. I like the intro, that kind of like animated pulpy intro was pretty great. The fashion, wow, and it is terrible, but it's again, it's so bad that it comes all the way full circle back around to fantastic because it is so funny. Like the patterns on these clothes, the horribly clashing colors of the 70s and the giant hair and everything. It's something. It's an experience. But it's fun. I put it on the good side, at least for this one. That's it for high points. I'll run to my low points here. I was unaware that voodoo cults were democratic.
I don't think they are.
I'm like, really? A voodoo cult? You have to vote? Like, I'm pretty sure like a voodoo cult is like ruled over by someone, but okay.
Even like a thieves guild is, right?
Right. Like, I guess depending, but I don't know. I didn't really peg voodoo cults for being democracy. Again, those bones that were supposedly Blacula's bones were clearly not human bones. And there was 4 leg bones. Like, this is definitely not human.
That's why I had to rewatch it, honestly. And like, wait, was that supposed to be his bones? Like, he just shows up. I'm like, that's not his bones. But
right. It's clearly not human bones.
Correct. Yeah.
The one scene where the one lady gets attacked in the house, she is screaming for like a full 5 minutes.
Yeah,
she's like moving to the next room, scream, 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 cringe away, scream, scream, zoom in, scream, run to the next room. Like, they did it like 3 different times. I'm like, dear God, just kill her already.
Hey, we need a panic white woman, okay?
Right, yeah. She like just kept doing it over and over. I'm like, wow, just fucking kill her already.
Yeah, that's why she's on my piece for overacting.
Right. Like, just get out of it. And again, the camera work. This is classic Blaxplotation camera work, right? Like weird zoom ins, like things go out of focus occasionally. Yeah, just like bizarre, almost confusing camera work sometimes. Yeah, just out of control. And at the end, he has a crossbow. Now, I can tell whoever made that prop crossbow has never actually seen or understand the function of a real crossbow because that thing would never work. The bow is supposed to be at one end and then you pull it back so that it has tension and it can, shoot. But this one, the bow is all the way in the back. So like the string is just a straight line. Like there's no way you could fire. I'm like, how like, and again, he tries to fire it once in the thing and the bolt just falls out. It doesn't like, again, there's no way that it can fire. It's just funny that it got past the prop department into the film and no one thought to go, hey, that's not what a crossbow looks like. But yeah, it has a prominent place in the film and it is very clearly not functional and it's funny to me. That's all.
Yeah, like I said, that woman overacting as she's screaming, that was her character, was screaming. I like they tried with the bat graphic. That did not work. I don't think.
Yeah, it's bad, but it's like I've seen worse. It's fine.
Yeah. It's kind of the same thing from the first one too. That fact that their faces change as they go into the vampiric state is just bizarre. Like he gets just those sudden deep black lines. Other people look like, I wouldn't say like undead. They like almost like zombie paint on their face, right? Like bad zombie paint when they turn into the vampire stuff. It's just distracting. I'm like, I don't understand like what triggers it, like when they're thirsty, because he doesn't get that face when he turns it before he turns into a bat. So it's not like all his powers.
No, but he had that color when he first woke up.
Yes.
And he drank blood and then he was fine. And he keeps drinking blood throughout the movie, so that's why he is fine. But the other people, I think, are like he doesn't allow them to drink as much blood. I think that's why they look zombified. I think it's like you have to drink enough blood to look healthy, and they don't.
If you look at the synopsis of the movie, like this rival gang, when he loses control of the vampire, that's the plot of the movie. I'm like, no, he lost control within 5 minutes.
Well, he didn't really have control. Right? He didn't want control. It wasn't like he was trying to make a gang. He just like made one vampire, and it kind of like kept branching like that. Because he had to eat, but he like had no interest in like making a gang or a corral of zombies. He was like interested in the African art, and then the voodoo lady, like he did not care. He like the only thing he did is when he came back home, he like was like, dude, you need to calm.
Yeah,
that was it. And he's like, no, and he's like, okay,
yeah. And then you have like the guys like, I know there's a vampire out there. I'm gonna get this vampire. Let me know I will kill the vampire. To the vampire, like that's very cliche. Like, do you trust him enough to say, yeah, buddy, I just met you, we're gonna go on this mission and kill vampires? Like that's just a death sentence. I know they brought voodoo back for him to come to life, but I don't think a voodoo doll would necessarily kill a vampire in that way. I guess
maybe if voodoo brings him back, voodoo can take him out. Sometimes mom says, I brought you into this world, I can take you out. Maybe it's like that.
I don't know. And of course, obviously the portrayal of voodooism, it's very inaccurate and it's very evil, and voodoo is not evil, it's spiritual and good, and it's just a tool.
We're in uncharted territory with voodoo zombies or voodoo vampires, so
I guess
we don't know. We can't make the rules up.
And of course the racist cop about his whole voodoo thing.
This is a Blaxplotation movie. There always has to be at least one white racist cop. That's just how it goes.
I guess. But those are my low points. So what are our olives for this week?
I did totally not noticeable prosthetics because all of these movies have horrible prosthetics and makeup, and they're hilarious, but they all do have that in common.
Mhm. All right.
So yeah, totally not noticeable prosthetics out of 10. Go for it.
This isn't as bad as everyone thinks and says it is. I will still it is so bad it's kind of good, so I will give it a 6. How about you?
Yeah, I'm right there. It's again, Golden Turkey worst black. No, no, absolutely not. I mean, it's got some great parts. It's got some goofy parts. I mean, just like a lot of movies from this era do.
Mhm.
I don't think there's anything necessarily great about it. I don't think there's anything necessarily bad about it. I think it's right there in the middle. Is it something I want to watch again? No. But I think it's good. I think 6 is a solid score. Go with 6. All right, so now we're moving up 2 whole months to August of 1973 for Blackenstein.
Blackenstein, the Black Frankenstein. I'm glad they had to clarify that in the title for us. Like, gee, thanks. I didn't get it. But once again, the title is incorrect in all ways
Yep,
with this. Because Dr. Stein in this movie is an old white dude.
of
So
course.
therefore, already not Blackenstein. And of course, that's the monster, which is interesting because he's even in the credits, they say as the monster. So he's not even credited as Frankenstein or Blackenstein in the opening credits, which is hilarious too. Um, but we are essentially introduced to a laboratory of doctor who's experimenting with, he's a Stein. He does sciencey stuff with all the electrodes and Tesla coils and all that fun stuff. And his assistant has a boyfriend, I guess, that was in war and lost all his limbs, right? And
Well,
if you
specifically Vietnam.
Vietnam lost all his limbs, covered by a bed sheet where you can clearly see his limbs. Uh, in every
Hey,
scene.
his limbs are gone.
Sure. That's why he has needs there, clearly. um, and she's like, "Hey, we're going to figure out how to do this. We're going to reattach, we're going to attach body parts to you while you're still alive." And use through essentially the same reanimation process using DNA conveniently in a screw cap bottle
Yeah,
to help
magic DNA. It's
magic
just like
DNA.
DNA. Yeah.
This DNA will help. I don't know how DNA is going to help you not reject these limbs that be attached to you, but
Well, again,
sure.
this is 1976. DNA was a fancy word at that point in time, and they're just like, "What does DNA do?" I don't know. I'm sure it fixes something. Let's just do that.
It's like it's stored like an empty Pepsi bottle, essentially. That
Exactly.
says DNA.
And somebody wrote with a black magic marker
Yeah.
DNA on the bottle, literally.
Yeah. So this is it. The treatment seems to be going well. The assistant to Dr. Stein lives there along with a couple other patients, an old Russian dude, an old woman that's just in his castle-esque, I guess. Sure. So while this is kind of going on there, we find out, the nurse that's there didn't like, the guy because he's like a drained society, blah blah blah. So we'll have to, come to that. But the other assistant, I guess, to Dr. Stein that serves them food is in love with the assistant. He's like,
Malcolm.
Malcolm, yeah.
I
And
call him monotone Malcolm.
yeah, he's like, I love you. You should be with me. She goes, you're nice and all, but when he gets better, I'm going to this. Like, huh? And then cue the voiceovers out of nowhere. That happens often because, like, I think they realized that the movie didn't make sense unless they had some weird voiceovers to explain it. Like,
It doesn't.
correct, right? He's like regenerative DNA, primal DNA, primal DNA, primal. Like, okay, we get it. He's like, I'm gonna do this concoction, and somehow he's able to inject something else into this DNA injection. He's having to make him into an unstoppable killing machine.
Okay, you have to say like the crazy things that DNA can do because there's 2 other patients in the house. One of them is an old lady who's supposedly 90, and they're like, look how young she is, and she looks like she's like 65. So like, sure, she doesn't look 90, but it's not like she looks like she's 20 years old or something. She still looks
Yeah.
old. And then the other one was a guy who had lost his leg, and he had the same procedure to reattach another leg, but somehow his other leg turned into a tiger leg.
Yeah.
So we're seeing the magic of DNA and the miracle things that it can do.
Yes,
How is not explained. It's just, again, the Pepsi bottle with DNA and black magic marker on it somehow does all of these things.
correct. It's like I said, it's bizarre. So essentially, they're working through this, and so somehow this contamination starts going into like Neanderthalic, right, with like the brow or something like that. So that's how he's able to become the monster, I guess, and becomes an uncontrollable killing machine. So the first thing he does is he goes after the voiceover, the guy taunting him at the hospital. Is like he goes and kills him, and then we're kind of just he like disappears. And everyone seems like nonchalant about his disappearing.
Yeah, essentially for the next like 30, 45 minutes of the movie, it's just a slasher movie. To where he literally escapes every night and goes and kills random people and then comes back. And that's it. That's all that happens for the next
we
like,
had
40 minutes.
We had to have a lounge scene, so that's how we get our lounge scene, right? We have to do it that way. So yeah, then now he's like, it's the monster's rampage just spliced with like 20 minutes into the film for no reason other than to add to the film, I think, for body count. But essentially,
absolutely,
yeah. But essentially, Eddie does kind of come back and starts attacking people, kills the old woman who just then like dies and ages like extremely fast for some reason.
Yeah, he kills the old dude with the tiger leg.
Yeah, and just like I don't understand how they would just suddenly rapidly age. This is the magic DNA, sure. Yeah, so eventually, like his girlfriend's like going to inject herself with the same thing that kind of maybe like the clean DNA, I guess, if you want to call it clean DNA. I don't know what to call it. The not tainted one, I guess. Sure. Eventually, yeah, he kills kind of both of them, right? He kills Winifred, right?
No. He kills Dr. Stein,
Of
but
course.
but he can't bring himself to kill the lady. So okay, and this is I have a whole note about this whole thing. I'll talk about it more later. But
so he doesn't kill her, but
the fact of this the facts of what happens. We'll discuss later. He doesn't kill her because he feels bad. I guess he like the love comes back or whatever. So he leaves.
And then
he finds another woman that's trying to start a car in front of a warehouse. I don't know why or who this person is. It doesn't matter. He grabs her and starts like climbing up the catwalk of this factory with her. And then the police find him and release the dogs. And then he kills the girl and the dogs rip him apart.
Correct.
End of film.
Right. So this unkillable brute is killed by two dogs.
There's more than two.
Well, but essentially the way they shoot it is like they bark more blood, and body parts being ripped off. Yes.
They do rip off his entire arm.
Yeah.
Which is clearly just a pillow that's in the shape of an arm.
Correct. Yeah, like I said, this movie has just the musical interlude that didn't need to be there because the monster didn't go on a killing spree. Like, yes, he killed the little girl, but like that was it.
Right. It was more like people just chasing him because of how he looked or whatever.
Correct. In my opinion, I'd never seen this before. I think it should have been, if he's going to the warehouse, they set the warehouse on fire in the classic manner that how the original Frankenstein ended. I'd never seen Frankenstein's monster ripped apart by dogs and being dead for a minute.
Well, I mean, you've also never seen Frankenstein monster like, being armless, limbless, totally normal person either.
I'm concerned about this magic DNA you can do with those dogs now.
I'm saying, it's just funny to me. It's like DNA in 1973. DNA in 1973 is this magical thing that could just do whatever you wanted it to do.
Yeah, and somehow you have like primordial DNA to inject him to make him more monstrous, or if it's like some chemical thing, like you just like acid, yeah, that'd kill him. Like this is like a live dude. It's like a not reanimated corpse that can just bring back through science, right?
Yeah, I just think there's so many weird story pieces that don't make sense at all, but they had to put them in to like explain what is going on.
Yeah, like I said, they also have the voiceover. Like they weren't talking to anyone; they're going to his room. And they're like, "Oh, if bad chemicals, he become a unkillable monster with brute strength." Like that was a voiceover done after the fact to explain why like these things happen. There was, like I said, multiple of those voiceovers. Like we forgot to either film it or we show test on. It's like we don't get it, so let's just do action scenes with people doing the voiceover of Dr. Stein. It'll make sense at the end.
Yeah. Now, I do have to say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
This movie, these are the kind of movies, the bad movies that I love. Okay? Because this movie was made honestly, right? This movie was made in earnest. They were not trying to be funny. They were not trying to be like, oh, let's roll into this and try to make it funny because we know it's going to suck, right? Or like, let's try to be over serious and try to like, do it in a different way, blah, 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 right? No, they made their movie with all of their passion and all of their heart, and it's fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But it is so bad, honestly bad, that it's hilarious.
Visually,
like this movie,
it looks
I
great.
was laughing hysterically like throughout almost this entire film. It was great.
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
I will say that.
Visually, I thought it looked.
Well, I mean, visually, no, it has the same camera work problems that all of these films have.
It felt more like a Universal movie than the other ones. How about
Okay. Well, I think it's on par with Scream, Blacula Scream.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah. Do you want to go first with your highlights then?
Sure.
All right.
I do like the super sci-fi laboratory. Like it's clearly on a stage and it's clearly like we need props. Go to the props warehouse and give me anything that looks even remotely sci-fi. Like give me like the big zapping poles, give me the big telescope looking things. Like we need all of these things, but we can't have anything on the walls.
Yep.
The walls are completely bare, but we have all these weird stage objects.
And we need lights to say data received.
Right. It's like it's so ridiculous.
What data are they receiving?
I don't know. DNA apparently.
Yeah.
It was great. It was so bad it's great. Again, the dog joke. It goes on. The joke goes on for like 2 full minutes.
I didn't get the joke at the end either.
I don't get it either. I was like, what? What was that? At the end, I was laughing hysterically at how not sensical it was. Like it's ridiculous. Like you listen to the joke and you're like, what is funny about this?
Yeah, the joke.
Why would somebody tell this joke?
The joke's essentially a guy goes into a bar with a talking dog. Talking dog wants some whiskey. The guy goes, no. He gives the bartender, it's like, oh, you're a ventriloquist. Has the guy in the bathroom, gives the dog $5, go to the liquor store, and the dog ends up boning another dog in the alley because he never got $5 before to go to the store. That's the joke. I don't get it.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? But like, even the audience doesn't laugh. Nobody laughs. I'm like, how is this a joke?
I think it was improv that did not laugh.
Yes. But then like after I got over the shock of like it not being a joke, I couldn't stop laughing because it was so stupid. Okay, the reaction shots, man. Oh my God, I was dying. Like the little kid over the fence, like seeing, like they're zoomed in on that kid's face for like minutes. And he keeps making this goofy face, like looking in one direction, goofy face looking in another direction, goofy face looking straight. Like oh man, you have to see it. You have to see these reaction shots. They're so funny. But very, very bad. Like whenever he's going to attack somebody, they have these like ridiculous reaction shots because there's almost no like actual violence. It's always like, somebody cringing away and then like a loud sound and then it cuts to the next. Like that's it. There's no actual like punching or anything. And again, like his kind of like Frankenstein head reveal at the end with his like giant head hair helmet thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh man. Like I said, a lot of these would technically be bad, but I was laughing so hard at these things that I have to put them in the good stuff.
Yeah.
But that's now the ending, it goes both ways, right?
Yeah.
It's great, but it's also terrible because it doesn't make any sense. Like the movie should have ended with him not being able to kill his girlfriend, and then like the police should have just killed him there. Right? That's it. Or
Yeah.
light him on fire or do whatever you need to do, but it should have been right after that because that was the climax, right? That was the end. But instead, like we get this whole other like little mini thing where he like finds some random lady in a warehouse, and then like we get minutes long scene of like him knocking her out and like walking her through the warehouse and then slowly killing her, and then the dogs get let out and the dogs are chasing him and then they're eating him. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like there's no real ending there. Like they should have ended it way earlier, but it was hilarious to watch. So again, it's on both sides, but that's all.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure I've ever seen a Frankenstein movie where the person's not a reanimated corpse. Like this guy is just getting like limb transplants.
Yeah, no, he's like, again, he's more like a Mr. Hyde type situation.
Yeah,
than he is like a Frankenstein situation.
Yeah, but like I said, I just like it is something different and new. So I do appreciate that, right? It's this is 1973. How many Frankenstein movies had we had at that point? Especially with all the the Hammer horror as well. So a ton. So it's a great way to kind of redo it. And that's why I said I think this is of these three, this is the best retelling of the classic story. So I do, like I said, I do appreciate that. Like I said, I had to laugh every time they showed the DNA in the bottle with the Scotch tape and black marker over it. Said Eddie DNA. It's just like hilarious, and it's just like the weirdness of it all. Like it is almost like a weird trip, a bad trip, but like I don't know what people were smoking when they made this, but like it could almost fit better into the Frankenstein universe than a lot of, I'd say, most of the recent ones we've gotten. So I do.
But like I said, this is the kind of movie that you watch it, it's bad, but it's so bad it's good, it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many movies like modern day that try to be this, and they can't do it.
Correct.
But this is it.
Yeah. Those are my highlights, really my low points. Like I said, the voiceover is just atrociously bad. It's jarring. Like 3 voiceovers. Why? Because. Like I said, immediately right after that, Dr. Stein's white. The monster is not Frankenstein. How's this Blackenstein? The naming is.
Well, they never actually call him Blackenstein. That's just the name of the movie.
Right. But I'm also, like I said, the title card says Blackenstein, the Black Frankenstein. That none of that's accurate in any way, shape, or form.
No, but it's for us. It's for the audience.
I guess. Like I understand how puns work, but like, you have to explain it to me. Yeah, I mean, clearly he had arms and legs when he's in that bed. Like it's very clearly obvious that you can see like.
And he didn't seem to be that like uncomfortable either.
Correct. Correct. So
you think somebody with no arms and no legs would be like depressed or upset? Now he's like, "Oh, hello."
Yeah. And like, I could almost have seen if the dude was able to be the the Blackenstein doctor, because he was able to mutate DNA, and he did like what's more impressive, reattaching limbs or knowing enough about DNA that's in a basically unmarked bottle to mutate it into something else. Like he did gene splicing with that DNA.
With something, right?
Right. Yeah. It's just, like they have beakers of stuff. What's that beakers of stuff for? Like, I don't know. Just sciencey, right?
Again, the people who made this clearly did not have a grasp on what DNA actually was.
Correct. And it's just.
But again, to be fair, it's 1973. Nobody knew it.
I think we knew enough that it wasn't just in a bottle. So, and then like that said that just that weird 20-minute rampage that had nothing to do with anything else, just for like a body count and the song and the bad joke. It was unnecessary. I think they could have done more with it. And like I said, the ending too. I think they should have done the classic. He, isn't building, it burns. End of the monster. Because it did set up a good variety of Blackenstein, which I don't think they ever did.
I'm pretty sure they did not.
So, that's what I have for my low points. What are yours?
Okay, Dr. Stein won a Nobel Prize for, and I quote, solving DNA.
Huh. Yeah.
Oh, okay. how did you solve DNA? Like, I don't understand what that means. Again, it's just very clearly the people did not understand with the magic DNA injections. Like, they clearly did not understand what DNA was. They're basically using DNA like we would use CRISPR today.
Yes.
To modify your DNA, but they didn't understand that, so they think like you inject things with other DNA and then you become like that other thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like inject a man with tiger DNA and he gets a tiger leg.
Hell yeah, tiger blood.
Well, that's the understanding that they had. The acting was atrocious. I don't think there was anybody that even acted halfway decent in this movie. The camera work was atrocious. Malcolm the monotone romantic, like, it was so bizarre out of left field, and it only is there as an excuse as to why he messed with his DNA.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. There's one scene where he's like, oh, okay, reject me. Well, I'm going to inject your boyfriend with crazy juice. And then like later on, he's like, oh, hey, you want to get it on? And then she's like, no. And then he like grabs her. It's just an excuse for Blackenstein to like beat him to death.
Yeah, right.
That's it. Yeah, so like, oh, after he gets injected, like, oh, he's not feeling very well. Oh, he's not doing good. Oh, look at that brow ridge. Lock him in a dungeon.
Yeah, fix his brain. What?
They immediately lock him in like a literal dungeon downstairs. I'm like, okay, I get like if he got out and hurt somebody, totally understand. But like, no, my tummy hurts. Lock him in a dungeon.
And the voiceover saying we gotta fix his brain before something bad happens.
Right, but like, why go first to the dungeon? Like, he's already in a bed. What are you doing?
Yeah, doctor.
Yeah, again, they got these like goofy heartbeat drums that he was every time he was like attacking somebody. There's like these weird heartbeat drums, but the heartbeat drums weren't to a heartbeat rhythm. Like, I can tell that's what they were trying to do, but it sounded like a cardiac arrest rhythm. It was messing with me. I'm like, what is happening here? Did not like that part. But and it was kind of constant. Every time he like attacked somebody, which is like the whole last half of the movie, they do it every time.
Right.
That's all.
All right. So why don't you go first for olives for
Blackenstein? Like I said, this movie is a good no. Not a well-made movie, but like, is it entertaining? Hell yes. I was laughing a lot, and I think I would be laughing probably even more the second time because I would know this stuff is coming. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7 because I would watch it again.
Yeah, that's fair. I did like it more than Blacula Scream as well, so I will go to 6.5 though for totally non-noticeable prosthetics out of 10.
All right, so now we move on to Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde from 1976. Now, this movie kind of takes a step down in quality a bit, but essentially we get a doctor, a black doctor that works in kind of like the the poor ghetto, as they call it in the film. And he works at this free clinic and he's like treating people, and him and his like co-doctor at this free clinic are working on this like magic serum that's supposed to like cure liver disease.
Yeah, so he works at a free clinic and is also a scientist.
Right.
Yeah.
So they come up with this serum that cures liver disease, and he's like injecting it into rats, and the rats are like, oh, the rat turned white, and then it like attacked and killed all the other rats. I need to inject this into a human. and see what happens.
That's his next immediate step. Like,
Right.
did it cure liver stuff? It turned him white. That's good enough for human
Right.
trials.
So like a lady comes in like, oh, she's got liver problems. Oh, she's got no family, no relatives. Oh, she's gonna be dead by morning. You know what? I'm gonna inject her. So he injects her. She literally turns albino. Okay. She goes albino like the Omega Man albinos.
Correct.
Okay. She goes Omega Man albino. It grabs the nurse and she like freaks out and then she just dies. And he's like, oh, that's interesting. You know what? I'm gonna inject this into myself.
Who doesn't have liver damage.
No. That's like, what? Like, what? How does your mind go to injecting yourself? Anyway, so there was this lady of the night who is a patient who does have like some kind of liver issue, but she like gets a treatment every week and she's fine. And she's got a crush on the doctor, so she's like, oh, if you ever want to see me, come down to the Moonlight Lounge. And so he's like, yeah, whatever, I'll never do that, right? But now that he injects himself and he becomes, he don't actually have a different name or anything, but like again, I think the original title was Dr. Black and Mr. White. So he becomes like an albino version of himself, but he essentially becomes a Mr. Hyde.
But I also got to point out that everyone thinks he's white.
In the film, yes. Everyone in the film goes, I don't know, some white dude. Like, that is very clearly a black man that's just painted white. Like, yeah. I don't think anybody is going to confuse
No.
But yeah, so he becomes an albino black dude, and he's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go down to the Moonlight Lounge. So he goes down to the Moonlight Lounge, and he finds the lady. He's like, you got to come with me. And she's like, no. And so her, like, ex-pimp, Silky, who is amazing, he attacks him, and, like, all of his, like, cronies in this, like, lounge attack him, and he, like, beats the crap out of everybody, and then runs away. And then after he gets cut in the hand, and he runs away, and he goes behind a sign, and they go behind the sign, and he's now changed back into his normal self.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, no, this is a black dude.
Yeah.
The other guy was a white dude. I'm like, clearly wearing the same clothes.
Yep.
Clearly looks exactly the same, only his shade is a little darker. But they're like, oh, this can't be him. He's black dude. The other dude is a white dude. Let's go find this white dude. And so they all run away and go looking for the white dude. So yeah, so essentially we get a few scenes of him like injecting himself and going out in the town and like randomly killing people. Which is fun, I guess.
Well,
like, you can see that the serum is like messing with his brain.
He's killing ladies,
right? But
yeah,
well, he's killing people in general. But yes, at first he does go for ladies of the night.
Yeah.
So now there's of course police looking for a murderer that's like crushing people's necks and heads and bodies and stuff like that. So they're looking for the murderer. He goes to the original lady we went to see at the Moonlight Lounge, and he's like, oh, you want to go out on a date with me? And she's like, oh yeah. So they go out on a date, and he brings her back to his house, and he's like, okay, yeah, so hey, you want to get injected with this serum that I invented? And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, it's this experimental serum, it might totally cure you. And she's like, yeah, but you said it's experimental, like what are the side effects? He's like, oh, I don't know, we're still kind of working through that. And she's like, no thanks.
He's at this point in time, he has yet to prove the serum does anything to the liver.
right. And so he like freaks out, and he like kind of like goes after her, and she's like, oh, okay, well, I'll do it if you inject yourself and show me it's safe, and then I'll do it. And he injects himself, and of course turns into this giant angry white man, quote unquote. And so he goes out and kills people. So she ends up telling the police like, hey, I know who the killer is. Because she gives him a chance to turn himself in, and he won't.
Yeah, right.
Because he's now like taken over by the serum, essentially. So she goes to the police and says, oh, it's this doctor. And they're like, oh yeah, right, it's not going to be that doctor. And so they go there, and of course he like injects himself, and they're like, okay, it is him. And he like climbs up a giant metal Christmas tree.
I don't
know what that is supposed to be. Like, it's like, if it's supposed to be art, it looks like total shit. If it was supposed to be like some kind of like architectural thing, it's clearly crumbling. I don't know what it was supposed to be. I think it's just like a part of something that they left there, but they called it the Watchtowers.
Yep.
But anyway, so he like climbs up there and does like a kind of like a King Kong thing to where he's like screaming and yelling, and they're like, oh, he won't come down, shoot him. So they shoot him a whole bunch of times, and then he falls off and falls down and then hits the ground and then turns back into the other dude and then dies.
I also got to point out he was shot multiple times throughout the movie and didn't affect him.
Right. Yeah. Not even, no blood, no nothing.
Correct. But this time
it does.
This time bullets hurt him. Yeah.
And yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Huh. And
I don't think there's anything. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything I left out. I don't think there is.
Not of any importance other than he liked white things.
That's true.
Yeah, she went around. I bet if I was white, you'd like me. And like, oh, this is, they could say this is a reason for him to do this. Not anything else, but like I said, he scientist, liver regeneration, still has no idea if that works. Just knows it turns you into albino. Okay, why keep doing it? I don't. Yeah, yeah, no surprise. I think this is the worst one of the three. So
shocked.
Yeah. You had never seen this one either, right?
No. No, I hadn't seen any of these.
Okay. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first. It's fine. So, I love the albino effects. Again, it totally reminded me of Omega Man. So, like this is like the exact. It must be the same like makeup guy that did Omega Man. Because
do you know who did the makeup?
Huh.
I'll tell you, it's on my high list. It's Stan Winston.
Really?
Yeah, Jurassic Park. Stan Winston did the makeup effects. He's credited as makeup effects. The guy who created dinosaurs and the Terminator and all the stuff, painted people slightly white.
Did he do the Omega Man too?
I don't think so.
Oh. I was sure it was the same guy, or maybe they used it as like a reference or something.
Maybe.
Okay. Silky was amazing. His outfit was outrageous, but you know what? I was kind of funny because usually, pimps are kind of played off as being kind of like, effeminate kind of assholes, right?
Yeah.
But like when that dude came at Silky, he didn't run away.
No.
Like he pulled out a knife and he went at him. Like he was not scared. So like, I got to give props to Silky. He was brave at least.
Mm-hmm.
He was an asshole. He was a pimp for sure, but he was at least brave. I got to say the score of this one, I think is the best of the three. The music is great.
Yeah.
Like the funk guitar and the horns, like they're all good. I'm not going to say that any of these are bad. They're all good. I think this one has the best score, the best soundtrack for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I do appreciate that there's like kind of like deeper undertones, right? There's a few of them. There's one of kind of like getting off of the streets, doing anything you can to like get yourself in a better position to get yourself off the streets, what life is like on the streets, what you have to do on the streets sometimes. And then like the whole kind of like giving up your culture and going white to get off the streets as kind of like seen as the bad. Right. And that's it's a cultural thing. And I think they did that. It's an interesting undertone for a movie that's not as great. I thought it was interesting that they at least had those elements in there. I thought that was pretty interesting. That's all.
Yeah, like I said, Stan Winston. I'm like, wait a minute, really? Stan Winston? I looked up, like, yep. I'm like, wow, I didn't know he did makeup effects. I could argue that he still didn't do makeup effects really in this film. It was not good, but like I said, the whole idea of the liver regeneration, like the whole science behind it is really intriguing. Behind it is like, yeah, and like his path to it was insane in like a crazy way. Like it is hilarious to me. And then like he's killing ladies all night and hits the whole backstory. Like his mom was a maid for a brothel essentially, and had to clean this up, and then she was dying, and no one helped. So he started killing ladies in the night. And then like the cops were like, this is like Jack the Ripper. I'm like, huh. Can't say I've ever seen a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Jack the Ripper reference. So once again, interesting take on the story. So I do appreciate that. That's and of course the guy was in, of course, our main guy, Dr. Pride, who was his name, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, he was the dean, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm like, holy crap.
Oh no, he was the head of
UN.
their fraternity.
Yeah.
Because the Lambda was like a black fraternity.
Yeah.
And the Nerds were like the only like nerdy white branch of it or something, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a long time. It's got a lot of issues politically.
Yes, it does.
So they don't ever play it anywhere, and I don't nobody ever talks about it anymore, kind of for good reason. But I did watch it a bunch of times as a kid.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it's interesting to see him pre 10 years before Revenge of the Nerds.
Right.
I'll go with my low points. Like okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but hair is not pigmentation. So,
but how is he going to prove they're albino unless your hair changes color?
I guess like he injects the rat that is black, and it's like its pigmentation's changed and has white hair. Like that's not pigmentation. That's not how it works. And I think if your skin changes color, your hair changes color, your liver's not doing well.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Again, the whole liver disease, and then somehow anti-liver stuff with him not having a liver problem is doing things to him, and he somehow thinks this is beneficial. I'm like, what?
I don't know. Like I said, I have zero clue as to why he would keep injecting himself. It makes zero sense because he's still I'd say that Mr. Hyde is a uncontrollable beast like the Hulk. The Hulk is obviously based on Mr. Hyde, right? No, he's still talking just fine. He's still kind of cognizant of what
it's
he's doing.
It's basically just him. It's like the change happens in his brain overall. It doesn't he gets stronger and probably his instincts are a little stronger, but his mind is still there.
Right. Yeah. He's Smart Hulk.
Right. Yeah. Again. Yeah. Because Mr. Hyde is a totally different. It's like an alternate personality.
Correct. And I had put this as a question: would this movie have been better if they changed him into an actual white guy? I don't know. I was debating that.
Well, I mean, for the purposes of the film, they did. Everybody reacts as if he did.
Right.
So it would only be for us, the audience, to actually see a white person, which I think would have taken away from the charm.
I guess, but it's usually a huge difference between the two personalities, the two bodies. So, this really wasn't.
No. I can see that.
Yeah. And he's stronger and he's able to crush people's larynxes and stuff like that and get shot multiple times. But at the end, he's like, I'm vulnerable now. Why? I don't know. I have zero clue.
Maybe the serum was wearing off.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
And here's the thing that's kind of crossing my mind with that. If he's able to regenerate liver, I could see that being invulnerable because you're able to regenerate. So maybe that's causing him to be able to regenerate better. I don't know. We don't know what the serum actually did anything for the liver. Maybe it gave him regenerative powers. It just doesn't make any sense to me. The end. So many questions I need answered to this film that I'm never going to get.
No, I don't think you will.
And once again, there's a lot of overacting as a whole. And of course, you had the racist cop.
They have to. It's like saying the sky is blue.
I know. I don't like it, but
that's the world that they knew in the 70s. Well, the world that they kind of still know, but you know what I mean. In the 70s, that's how they were able to, talk about that part of their culture.
Yeah, and they play off with the black detective, and they go into the Moonlight Lounge. He's like, "Yeah, we're not saying anything to you." He's like, "We get it, we understand. but people are dying. Your patrons are dying. You need to tell us something. So, those are my low points. How about yours?
Poor rats. I like rats. I used to have pet rats, so I have a soft spot for rats. The TV movie quality of the film, it is really bad.
Yes.
But it is, I don't know. I guess it kind of gives it a little bit of a charm, but it does not look great.
No.
I mean, unethical medical experiments are never good. Like start injecting into random people, and then okay, you're gonna inject it in yourself, which I guess isn't as bad. But then like he's back to trying to convince other people to get injected with it, like after you've seen what it does to you. Like, what is wrong with you?
Maybe only did it to him because he had a fine liver. I don't know.
Yeah, and again, when we were talking about like, why would he test it on himself anyway? Like, he doesn't have a liver issue. How would he know it fixes liver issues? Like, in no way did he test that function of his serum.
No.
All he knows is that it makes him like a Hulk creature. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he knows. So he wants to take people with bad livers and make them Hulk creatures for short periods of time. How is that going to help him?
I mean, maybe they have to go through that to cure their liver. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they could flex their liver. I don't know. So yeah, it's not great. And like when he was like upset as the monster, he was like doing this like crying, wailing thing, and it was like distressing. I did not like it.
His wailing reminded me of what the monster in Frankenstein would sound.
Right. I was like, oh, you need to stop doing that. But he did it a lot. And I was like, this is like, I might need to find the mute button. It's not great, but that's all I got.
All right. I'll go first for the number of totally not noticeable prosthetics out of 10. I did not enjoy this movie. It's an interesting concept that I think they could have fleshed out better. Do I ever need to see this again? No. Would I recommend this to someone? I don't think so, unless you're going through the gambit like we just did. I will give this 3, just because there's the science in this is even worse than just DNA in the bottle. How about you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll go that low. I think it was okay as far as entertainment value went. I wasn't like struggling through it as I have some of these other ones, but definitely not as good as the other ones. So I'm gonna go 4.25.
All right.
Anything else you want to add in there?
No, take us home.
All right. So that's it for our second Juneteenth celebration. Next week, we're going back to Pride for one final episode. Yes, we're diving right into some horror musicals. I know you're excited. But thankfully, no, we will not be watching Anna and the Apocalypse again.
Damn it.
Again, that one would have been on this list if I knew it was a fucking musical. Surprise. But anyway, so join us. We're watching Phantom of the Paradise, Repo, the Genetic Opera, and of course, everyone's classic favorite, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yeah, I mean, I've only seen 2 of these, but I did like them. Phantom of the Paradise, I have not seen.
That's Robert Englund.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's been having some buzz lately, so I'll see how it is.
Yeah, they're talking about remaking it. I think, is that the buzz? Because it was 1988, I believe.
No, it's just a movie that I'd never heard of until fairly recently, the last like year-ish, maybe. And I've seen it like pop up like multiple times where people were talking about it. I'm like, okay, interesting. So here we are.
Yeah, I have yet to see Repo. So it's just one of those things that Repo came out at the time during like the Eli Roth era that my wife goes, no.
Repo I did see. I remember the first time I saw it, I was confused because I thought it was Repo Men, which was the Jude Law movie that came out kind of sort of around that same time.
It's about the same time, yeah.
Yeah. And it was okay. It's not great. It was okay. Rocky Horror Picture Show I do like. I know you don't, but I do like it. So you can suffer through it.
I mean, we're not doing Hannibal the musical.
Cannibal the Musical.
Yeah, Matt and Trey.
That's not really a horror movie, though.
Yeah. It's as much as horror as Rocky Horror Picture Show is.
Rocky Horror. There's like Frankenstein monster in it.
Yeah, I guess. And Meatloaf, that's terrible.
Well, Meatloaf is the Frankenstein monster. So, see?
Yeah.
Well, he's one version of the Frankenstein monster.
Correct.
But yeah, instead of Dr. Frankenstein, it's Dr. Frankenfurter.
Yeah. Which every time I see the guy who made Basket Case's name, it reminds me of the Dr. Frankenfurter's.
All right. Well, anyway, that's next week. So
Yes.
Remember, we watch bad movies so you don't have to.
And this has been Graveyard saying, have you checked on the children?
Salem saying, long live the new flesh.